Good morning. It looks like I'm waking up to a little bit of fog here this morning. It doesn't get light here at this camp, which I've been at now for 2 days, until about, well, I should say the sun doesn't hit this camp until about 9 o'clock. So it's kind of rough getting out there in the chilly morning until that sun comes over, but gonna go ahead and do it because I've got a fun day planned today. We're gonna do some fun stuff. I'll tell you more about it in a little bit. There is lots of moisture here overnight. Almost looks like it rained when it didn't. So I am directly off of Highway 1, which down south in Southern California, we call it Pacific Coast Highway. I'm pretty sure it's called Pacific Coast Highway all the way up. And it actually veers off and heads inland about 2 miles up the road. It does not continue along the coast because they didn't continue construction because of the very steep and rugged terrain just north of here. So that's why the stretch that does not have Highway 1, does not have any road going through it along the coast, is called the Lost Coast because there's no developed highway through there. And to get to Shelter Cove, which is where I was camped last, you have to cut through the mountain or over the mountain over a very windy, steep, rugged, well, not rugged, but it is pretty well paved, but windy, steep, narrow road to get in there. Fog is lifting a little bit. So I've been in this area now for about a week. This is my second camp, and as I mentioned, today is going to be a fun day. I'm going to be heading down to Fort Bragg, which is about 20 miles south of here, and hopping on the Skunk Train, which is going to take me into the Redwoods, where I will be doing a hike, and then we'll be heading back to Fort Bragg afterwards. Sounds like it's really awesome. I have known about the Skunk Train for years and years, but have never ridden it. In fact, I only rode my first train 2 years ago in the San Juans, the Silverton train that goes from Durango to Silverton in Colorado. So this is only my second time riding a train. I think it's gonna be super fun, and I'm gonna be leaving the area in about 2 days. So it sounds like a fun thing to do before I go. I've got a lunch packed up because from what I understand, they don't have food unless you pay a lot more money. There's different levels of tickets that you can get. I just got the basic one. So packed a lunch, and I'm heading down Highway 1 into Fort Bragg to the train depot. The train takes off at 11 a.m. and I'm super excited. Even though I'm a California native, there are so many parts of the state I have never explored. California is huge. Mendocino County is an area I've spent very little time in, so today's adventure would be all new to me. Wow, I was not sure what to expect in terms of people here. I thought it would be relatively mellow. However, it's pretty crowded. Unbelievable. It's midweek and it's not even spring break yet, I don't think. So, yeah, it's going to be a full house, it looks like.
Speaking. We'll be doing general boarding in roughly about 5 minutes, but if you purchased a VIP ticket, please come up to the yellow ramp now for priority boarding. Thank you.
At least the sun has decided to come out, which is awesome. The California Western Railroad, aka Mendocino Railway, popularly called the Skunk Train, is a rail freight and heritage railroad transport railway in Mendocino County, California, running from the railroad's headquarters in the coastal town of Fort Bragg to the interchange of the Northwestern Pacific Railroad at Willits. However, today our destination would be the Glen Blair Junction. Today we were on the Pudding Creek Express. I've decided to stand here in the open car so that I can have a better view. It's going to be a beautiful day, it looks like. The fog has burned off, so the sun is shining. I think it's going to be awesome. Is this not like the quintessential perfect spring day? Spring is a season of change, but it does not have to throw off your foundation. For me, it's the beginning of this season where I start getting out and getting a lot more active, doing a lot more hiking and traveling, and that makes it that much more important that I start my day every day with a scoop of AG1. It supports my gut health, it supports energy, it supports my immune system, all of those things without having to take multiple supplements, all in one scoop of AG1 daily. I've been starting my day with AG1 for over 6 years now, and it just gives me that oomph I need every morning. It starts my day off with more energy to power through, as well as supporting my gut health. I'll be honest, I have not been eating very well lately, and AG1 helps fill in those nutrient gaps when I'm not eating the most nutritious food. I'm gonna start to try to change that today and get back on track. But taking my AG1 this morning is a good way to start. Prebiotics, probiotics, and plant-based enzymes help support digestive regularity and overall gut health. AG1 Next Gen also helps with that occasional bloating that I get, which is uncomfortable and unsightly. Guys, spring is a perfect time to reset your healthy habits. Through my link, you will get a free flavor sampler along with a bottle of D3K2, along with everything that comes with your welcome kit, which is a $72 value. Thank you once again to AG1 for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to enjoying the beautiful coast of California.
Good boy.
The railroad was originally built by the Fort Bragg Redwood Company as the Fort Bragg Railroad in 1885 to carry coast redwood logs from the dense forest of Glenella, which is Glen Blair now, to a newly built lumber mill located 6.6 miles to the west at coastal Fort Bragg. As the train ventures inland, you'll encounter magnificent redwood trees a couple of miles away from the coast. As you can see, this is a dog-friendly train. The ride into Glen Blair Junction is about 20 minutes with a 45-minute stop at Glen Blair Junction. There you'll find a bar, concessions, games like cornhole, a picnic area, and a 1-mile hiking trail.
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
I was most interested in the hiking trail, so I was headed for that. Okay, I'm now on the loop trail. Gonna do this hike before I have to jump back on the train. It's a pretty quick turnaround doing this train ride, but it's pretty awesome. This is definitely not a secluded hike because everyone that just got off the train is doing it. So it makes it a little difficult to film. There's a lot of people around in front of me and behind me, but it is very pretty. If you want a little bit more seclusion, you can wait until the next train shows up. So this train would leave with most of the people, I presume, and you would have the place probably relatively to yourself. The next train does not arrive for another couple of hours, so I don't know that there'd be enough here to do for me to wait it out. If you'd rather skip the train and ride over by yourself, you can rent one of these electric-powered rail bikes. That is the 5-minute warning. It is time to get back on the train. I believe we just go back the same exact way we came in. In 1925, self-propelled rail cars were introduced for passenger service, nicknamed skunks due to the pungent odor they emitted from the exhaust. The name stuck, and the Skunk Train became an iconic part of the area. After my ride, I took a little walk around Fort Bragg. Fort Bragg is a California historical landmark and was founded in 1857 prior to the American Civil War as a military garrison rather than a fortification. It was named after Army officer Braxton Bragg, who at the time had served the U.S. in the Mexican-American War and would later serve in the Confederate Army during the Civil War. The city was incorporated in 1889. Okay, I'm back here in the truck and it's getting chilly outside with that fog rolling back in. I was hoping it would be nice and sunny today. Luckily, it was sunny the further you get inland, back there in the forest. Feels like I should have stayed out there. Anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to camp and keeping my fingers crossed, maybe further up the coast the sun is shining. Well, I'm back here at camp, and guess what? It's still foggy. You can barely see the ocean back there. But luckily, I did take some shots yesterday when the sun was shining, and I'll insert those here so that you can see how beautiful it is with the sun out. It's a beautiful camp, actually. It's beautiful even with the fog, but let me show you what it looks like when it's sunny here. One thing that I want to do right now is get some chicken marinating because I plan to grill it later. So I'm just going to marinate it in some balsamic vinaigrette dressing and let that go for a couple of hours so it can soak in all that awesome flavor. And I'm going to grill it over some charcoal. It should taste really good. So even though I'm here off of Highway 1, it has been super quiet. There isn't a whole lot of traffic off of Highway 1 this far north. And I think especially because it does turn inland right after this, there's even less. I've camped off of Highway 1 down in Malibu, right on the beach, and the traffic there is nonstop and it goes all night long. It's still beautiful and awesome to be right on the beach there, but you don't really get any quiet or calm. And up here, after a certain point in the evening, you don't hear any traffic until probably about 5 o'clock in the morning. So that has been very nice. All right, I'll just let that sit in the cooler for a couple of hours. Well, I had planned to grill chicken. However, I have one problem. I don't have a lighter, so I can't light my coals. And I'm not gonna cook it on a pan because it's just not the same. So tonight it's gonna be just a sandwich for dinner. It is still foggy, as you can see, and it's almost 6 o'clock. So I think I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the evening, watch some movies that I downloaded, and keep warm inside the truck because it's a little bit chilly out here. The fog is so thick, it's almost like rain. It's wet. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have a little less fog, even though the weather report is saying thick fog tonight. So we'll see what we wake up to. See you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. We've got a little sun out right now, but the fog is hanging just off the shore. Kind of rolls in and rolls back out. So we'll see what happens today. An official good morning to you. It is a very similar morning to yesterday. The fog is just sitting off the coast. It has rolled in a couple of times and rolled back out. But right now there's some sun. So I've got my solar panels out back there. And I think I'm gonna get some breakfast going. A very interesting effect is happening in front of me over the ocean. It's like a fog bow, not a rainbow, but a fog bow. Let me show it to you. If only there was smell-o-vision. Nothing like the smell of bacon cooking. So I've been up here for a while now, and this afternoon I will be meeting up with Joey again, and this will be the last day in this area, last full day. We'll be heading out from here tomorrow. So I'm kind of looking forward to a change of scenery, although I have loved it here. But we've been here now, or he's been in a different area, and I've been here myself for, I think it's going on like 10 days now. I don't know how it is for most folks that travel a lot on the road, but I do enjoy changing up my scenery fairly frequently. So it's going to be nice to move on to the next adventure, which I'm very excited about. Woo! Whew, guess I got that burned a little bit, but that's okay. I like it crunchy. Woohoo! The sun is shining. The fog has lifted. It is a beautiful sunny day. I'm very excited because when it's foggy and gloomy or rainy, I feel a lot less motivated. How about you guys? Do you feel less motivated in gloomy weather? Let me know in the comments below. So I've had my truck back now for about 6 days, and I'm happy to report that everything seems to be great. I expected that it would be. However, I wanted to be sure, and that's why I did hang around in this area a little bit longer than I probably would have normally. But yeah, happy to report everything is good. It feels so good to be back in my truck. If you missed last video, check it out and you'll see when I was reunited with my baby. But it feels so good to have it back. I'm looking at it right now, if you wonder why I keep looking this direction. I've had a wonderful stay here on the central northern coast of California. It's much less populated up here, just a little bit quieter. It's very peaceful. I am gonna go ahead and wrap up this video here. I've got some exciting adventures coming up. I thank you so much for joining me on this one. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. It helps the channel a lot and it's absolutely free. And I will see you all on the next adventure. See you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.